let's talk about last week's results. In a Fight of the Year candidate, Humberto Soto, decision, Donaire-Sidorenko. This is kind of the first time in a while that Soto has been in actually tough in a fight that, in a lot of people's eyes, he might have actually lost. I mean, he won a decision. It wasn't easy. Antillon certainly had his moments, and there were some really, really great rounds. And, so what's next for Soto?
Well, Soto, what's next for him? A long break, because that was a very, very brutal fight for him.
Yeah.
But that was one of the best fights of the year, definitely a candidate. And Antillon and Soto, they're probably going to have a rematch pretty soon. But Soto, right next for him, he's supposed to be fighting Brandon Rios in February. And Bob Arum also said he wants to match up Antillon with the other lightweight champion, Vasquez. He has in the undercard, both terrific fights, and the winners of those two will probably go against each other.
Right. And then also on that card, we have another caller. Welcome to FCNYC.
Hi. I have a couple of questions. One, I read in the papers today that Holyfield was supposed to be coming back at age 48. Is that true? Did you hear anything?
That is true. Evander Holyfield is scheduled to fight Brian Nielsen in March in Denmark.
Oh.
Yeah, who's also coming out of retirement. Nielsen's about 49 years old.
I think the fight is going to be sponsored by Ben Gay.
Yeah.
And Preparation H.
And the other question was, do you think it's possible that Mike Tyson would ever come back again?
Well, actually, that's an interesting question because actually this is Mike Tyson's year to be elected into the Boxing Hall of Fame. So if he does come back, he puts off being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
No.
Or does he?
If he gets inducted and he's already eligible, if he gets inducted, that's not going to put it off. He'll still be in there.
Okay.
The other thing I want to share, I really believe, and I really, 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 really believe, Mike Tyson is one of the brightest boxers I've ever have to encounter. That guy is so smart. He used to watch all the footage of all the boxers. He knew every move. He knew the attitude. That's why part of why he became a champion. It just so happened, I think you would agree, that he was hanging out with the wrong people.
Yeah,
very much so.
I agree. I mean, you definitely, you hear about the stories, of him watching Customato's footage. And, Customato was definitely a great trainer.
He was.
Definitely a guy who learned from some of the greats.
And Mike Tyson was a student of the game. He studied all the fighters when he was young, all the history, and he knew his stuff. Very articulate, very nice, but like you said, Don King, other people, everyone pulled him around, and he just went along with it.
And Sonia, you recently saw Mike Tyson around at Gleason's. Did he look like he was in fighting shape?
He wasn't in fighting shape, no. He probably was about 250, 260.
Okay.
Yeah, just, massive, and didn't look like he wanted to get into the ring. He didn't even want to work a corner. Somebody said, well, you work the corner. He was like, no, I'm not doing that. So he didn't want to get up from his chair, so.
I think he seems to be happy that he's not boxing anymore. I mean, he seems to be just at a point in life where I don't know about his finances. He's just happy, and I think that's okay for him,
I'm glad to see that. You know what? Everyone thought Mike was going to be a very tragic case, but it looks like he's finally found some peace in life outside the ring. Good for him.
I think a lot of people look out for him still. I think they believe in him, and they understand his troubles that he struggled with as a child, and they look out for him. They try to take care of him.
Good. Let's hope we have others like Johnny Tapia also and stuff like that that can find peace also.
Right. So let's continue with this past weekend's results. Nonito Donaire blasted out Donaire-Sidorenko, and that was total mismatch. Against Sidorenko is a decent fighter. He's got some notable wins, and Donaire made it look like nothing, which sets up a very interesting fight in February. Allegedly, Donaire and Montiel has been finalized for February. That should be a really, really good fight.
I can't wait for that fight. It's going to be terrific. Like I said, the bantamweight division is the best in boxing right now, by far. And Donaire, who people have started to compare to in terms of explosiveness like Roy Jones Jr., is really starting to come into his own. Montiel is starting to come into his own. And when those two come, fireworks will be expected. Definitely.
And then you saw the Saul Alvarez N'dou card. I have to say, Aris, the only comment that you texted me that night was about Alvarez's girlfriend. So I'm assuming that was the highlight of the fight for you?
Basically. Saul Alvarez, that was invaluable experience. N'dou is a former world champion, very tough, never been stopped. And Alvarez gained good experience by going 12 rounds, but he didn't do anything spectacular, very workmanlike, like he's been. But you know what? He's a star in the making. He has a great backing in Golden Boy Promotions. He has a huge following, and he has great potential. So look forward to big things in 2011 for Saul Alvarez.